talk to you about the newest sibling of the V40 series, specifically the V40 Lite. Marami siyang variants, but this afternoon I will talk about the 5G series, which we already reviewed on our website. So let's start off. I'm sure a lot of you are curious. When people start buying phones, they will always look at color options, right? So yun talaga yung pinakaunang consideration, regardless kung anong model, anong brand. And we'd like to report to you that the V40 Lite 5G comes in three colorways. The three different colorways include the dreamy violet, isa sa mga bagong colors, and you will see this as part of the 3D petal texture at the rear panel sa likod ng V40 Lite. The second color is, for those of you na naghahanap ng simple, masculine looking one, would be the dynamic black color. Para siyang frosted glass yung appeal niya sa rear panel. And the third one is the one I have here, medyo, I don't know, polished, frosted glass din siya. It looks like a metallic high gloss na frame. And it's called titanium silver. One of the first things, and this is very particular about the V40 series, even before the V30 series, we noticed this, that Vivo has managed to engineer a phone that is very light and actually very thin. It only weighs around 188 grams, and isa sa mga thinnest in the market today at 7.79 millimeters. Considering that the battery here is a large 5,000 milliamp hour, Vivo's engineering is really very good in making sure that the profile or the thickness of the phone is very thin at 7.79 millimeters. The 5G series, which means it's 5G capable, is powered by a Snapdragon 4 Gen 2 chipset. This is an octa-core processor for efficiency. Bakit efficiency? It pairs well with the large battery capacity and the charging technology of the phone. We actually tried, for a lot of you not familiar, the Snapdragon 4 Gen 2 is a power efficient chipset, but actually still capable pa rin siya with gaming. We tried playing it with, say, Mobile Legends at ultra high frame rate and 120 FPS and ultra settings, and it still played well and very smoothly. Of course, para ma-enjoy nyo yung phone, it comes with a 6.67-inch Ultravision AMOLED Touch display with up to 120 Hz of refresh rate sa screen. So, flicker-free halos, very good display and high contrast display nyo. The one that we did to make sure that the guarantee for the battery efficiency is here is that we tested this by playing a full HD video, a full HD movie in a loop, no? And we managed on average up to 30 hours of battery life on a single full charge. So more than 24 hours na playback kaya ng isang full charge. That is how efficient the Snapdragon 4 Gen 2 chipset is. Next up, of course, dahil power efficient sa the 6.67-inch AMOLED screen has a brightness of up to 1,800 nits. Local peak brightness nga. This happens when you use your phone out in the outdoors on like maybe noontime or very bright environments. The peak brightness allows you to actually still clearly see the display, no? Kahit maliwanag sa labas. Of course, if you want to enjoy playing games, watching movies, The other thing that you'd want to expect from your phone is dual stereo speakers. And we're happy to report that the 40 Lite 5G also comes with dual stereo speakers. And it has this ability that you can crank up the volume up to 300% para kahit outdoors, kahit ganito siguro ka ingay, maririnig nyo pa rin yung playback ng V40 Lite 5G. Another one that plays well with the battery endurance of the V40 Lite 5G is that it comes with an 80-watt flash charge support. So this is very fast charging for for a smartphone in this category. And to make sure na tama to, we also tested this out. And when we charge this phone from zero, within 30 minutes, it was able to reach around 60% of its battery life, and another 20 minutes, umabot na kami ng full charge. So, in under an hour, around 50 minutes, it can go from 0 to 100 in normal condition. So, mabilis talaga siya. For those of you who are in the go, within half an hour, more than half of the battery is charged na sa V40 Lite 5G. This is where Vivo's promise comes into play. And if you notice that aside from the large 5,000 milliamp hour battery, Vivo also offers you 4 years of battery health. So what does that mean? I'm sure narinig nyo earlier when our host said that customers who will pre-order the V40 Lite 5G today until October 31 will get up to 50 months of battery guarantee. What does that mean? That after 4 years, kung bumaba na sa 80% yung battery health ng V40 Lite 5G nyo, Vivo will replace it for free, even 4 years after you bought it. So that's a great guarantee, for a phone like the V40 Lite 5G. You can imagine it will last you probably 8 years kung after 4 years papalitan ni Vivo yung battery ng bago. And it's also worth to note that may ingress protection ang V40 Lite 5G. This has an IP rating of IP64. The numerical 6 means ingress for dust. Hindi siya mapapasukan ng dust. And the numerical number 4 means for water splash resistant. So, pwede siyang maulanan ng saglit. And comes with that, meron siyang wet touch technology. What does that mean? Minsan, dinadala natin sa bathroom pag naliligo, makikinig ng music, no? And when you navigate your phone, sometimes it acts up because may mga water droplets. The wet touch technology allows you to smoothly navigate the phone kahit may mga droplets siya sa screen at hindi erratic yung navigation mo. So, that's a very nice feature to have. Of course, for those of you who are interested, the V40 Lite 5G comes with a dual rear camera and a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Let's just see kung meron kami sample dito. But at the back, you get a large 15 megapixel main camera and an 8 megapixel ultra-wide lens. So we tested this out. Later on, I'll show you some of the shots that we took earlier this week. And on top of that, as part of the DNA, very signature of Vivo to have the Aura Light. Dati ring light, ngayon Aura Light. And it comes with AI. What does that mean? It means that the camera can sense the ambient light na pinipicturean nyo and it will adjust yung Aura Light in terms of intensity so that it gives you the right amount of light for highlights. So, dual camera. Here are some sample shots na kinuha namin at Escala Resorts in Tagaytay. This was just before the storm hit Luzon, no? So medyo cloudy na yung skies, but we're still able to get really good photos from the main camera. I think we also have 0.5 point 6 or the wide angle shots here in Tagaytay. Compared to, let's talk a little bit about the AI Aura Light now. Compared to a regular flash, the Aura Light provides you with 75 times softness, and it gives you 8%, 8 times light emitting area. So ibig sabihin, mas wider yung area of coverage ng ilaw na napoproject ng Aura Light na dito. That's why when you see a lot of light sellers, people take a lot of selfie, they use ring light, di ba? So the Aura Light gives you that same, almost the same effect. So that even and soft yung projection ng light coming from the LED flash of the camera. Here are some sample shots when you're taking, when you're using the AI or the light. So, especially if you have, it's nighttime or low light condition, and the Aura light comes in, provides enough flash, soft enough to counteract yung mga backlighting sa likod if it's nighttime. So you get this result as an example using the Aura light. And if you will notice, hindi siya masyadong flooded. Soft lang yung lighting dito and it covers the entire upper body ng subject. Normally, minsan yung mukha lang yung naiilawan with the normal flash. But this one, because of the wider coverage of the Aura light, buong katawan, upper body is evenly lighted up with the Aura light. And if you look at the difference between a regular flash and the Aura light, you will see siguro the LED here does not do justice to the difference. But trust me when I tell you, the one on the rightmost side, using the AI Aura light, has a much softer effect on the subject and mas tama yung skin tone niya rather than medyo pale na effect ng regular flash. This other one is a nice feature. I'm sure a lot of you for the longest time, maybe a year or two now, have heard about AI eraser. So many software features. But this one still works even under low light or even in night time. So kahit gabi, maraming meron, you can still remove unwanted subjects in your from your subject. Of course, with the advent of AI, the camera, the software in the camera, that pairs with the camera, is able to identify the subject and make sure that it enhances the picture or the output based on the type of subject. For example, if this is a scenery and you have a person there, it will adjust, the AI will help adjust or enhance the photo based on the subject. So you get a more natural effect output. So either if you have a scenery that is very clean, the greeneries will look greener, while the skin tone or the face of the subject will be medyo pinkish to adjust to the skin tone of the subject. So it gives you a better output. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the RAM because there are three variants of the Vivo V40 Lite. There's two that has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and then the higher end, the 5G variant, has 12 gigabytes of RAM. This one, starting off with the 8 gig, it actually allows you to extend the RAM up to 16 gigabytes. What does that mean? That means that you can load more apps, more windows, more browsers on the phone without feeling the lag. Minsan pag sobrang dami ng apps na naka-on, naka-launch sa phone nyo, bumabagal siya. So the extended RAM allows you to fire up more apps and tabs kung nagbabrowse kayo ng website. And at the same time, the RAM saver makes sure that when you switch from one app to another and you return to the old app, mag-continue siya where it left off. Sometimes, if the RAM is full, the phone or the system, the operating system will actually kill the app. Papatayin niya para ma-force kang i-relaunch yung app. But this time with RAM Saver, it saves the game in the background so that when you go back to the game, lalo na pag marami kang ginagamit na apps or Windows, and it will continue operating as it was. Okay? So the biggest variant that you'll have is the 12 gigabytes. So with that variant, you also get 12 gigabytes of extended RAM, which means you get up to 24 gigabytes of combined RAM and extended RAM. That's for the 512 gigabyte model or variant. Um, This is something that a lot of people look for, but we rarely find in a lot of phones, no? Expanded storage. Yeah, because we understand we get 128, 256, 512. For a lot of people, that is enough. But for some people, there are a few who always maraming sinisave na video, maraming dina-download na reels. This one from the Vivo V40 Lite 5G features 2 gigabytes of expanded storage. So all you need to do is buy an extra micro SD card, slap it in, and you get an extended up to 2 terabytes of storage. Sa pangmatagalan na to yung storage na to. And let's start off with the configuration. The V40 Lite 4G, because that's the 4G variant, it comes with as 8 plus 8 gigabytes of RAM plus a starting storage capacity of 256. So the 16 gigabyte means you have 8 gigabytes plus 8 gigabytes of extended RAM and up to 1 terabyte of expanded storage. That's for the 4G variant. And the retail price starts at 13,999. I'm sure may promo yan later on. We'll discuss more about that later. And our early birds or pre-orders will get freebies. And then the other two variants are the 5G variant, which also gives you 16 gigabytes of combined RAM, 8 plus 8, and then 256. This one, I would recommend for those who are really very mobile, palagi nasa labas, very dependent on 5G because it gives you better connectivity speed. So, pang Mobile Legends, pang mobile gaming din siya. Kasi nga may 5G connectivity kayo. But if you're always sa bahay lang, may Wi-Fi connection kayo, either at home or in work, the 4G is already very good. And then, medyo, if you're looking for something more, better performance, better capacity, we have the 40 Lite 5G na may 24 gigabytes of combined RAM. That's 12 plus 12, and then storage, 512 gigabytes of internal storage. And of course, as mentioned earlier, pwede pang additional 2 terabytes through a micro SD card expansion slot. No? The suggested retail price is 18,999 pesos. And I hope I was able to give you a quick rundown of the essential things. What I really like about the V40 Lite is that it's a balance of all the needs of a lot of people, whether it's display, power efficiency, and battery life, which a lot of us knows yun talaga yung mga top priorities of a lot of people. So, thank you, and again, good afternoon.